Hi, this is Sherry Gallagher with Technicon Company Incorporated, and this video is a little bit different from the ones that we've done in the past. In this one, we're only going to give you part of the information, and if you would like more help with it, then please feel free to contact us at technicon1986@sbcglobal.net or call 708-814-3685. The reason we're only doing part of this is it is a very large project. It is long and it is drawn out, and you're going to need our help to implement this. So one of the things the pandemic of the COVID-19 pandemic has done, besides having a significant impact on business, is it's demonstrated how nimbly and quickly the U.S. manufacturing structure could adapt. Multiple facilities, many of them focused on automotive production, quickly retooled, trained, and went into production, filling the shortage of ventilators. These manufacturers have an opportunity to build on this experience. Now, why would they want to do that? If they implement ISO 13485 2016, they have an opportunity to diversify their markets and not be tied so tightly to automotive suppliers. They have an opportunity to increase their profitability, they can increase their asset utilization, and they can increase the stability of their production process versus fluctuations in the automotive manufacturing cycle. In order to do this, they will need to implement ISO 13485 2016 Medical Device Quality Management Systems Requirements for Regulatory Purposes. Now, this is going to be a guideline for manufacturers who are already ISO 9001-2015 or IATF 16949-2015 to implement ISO 13485-2016. Now, IATF 16949-2015 builds and adds requirements over ISO 9001-2015, but it does include all of the requirements of ISO 9001-2015. I am assuming that your company has a minimum of ISO 9001-2015 already in place and it is effective. I am not going to address the specific requirements for the Food and Drug Administration of the USA simply because if you are in Canada, Health Canada will have different requirements. Also, it's going to vary with the class of device. So what I did is I organized this table according to ISO 9001 and IATF 16949. I then related to it the ISO 13485-2016 clauses, as well as identified any requirements that would have to be added to meet the requirements of ISO 13485-2016. So let's dig into Section 4, Context of the Organization. In IATF 16949 or ISO 9001, the first segment is Understanding the Organization and its Context. The related section of 13485 is Quality Management Systems General Requirements. If you are IATF 16949, in order to implement ISO 13485, you must add a statement that your system requires maintaining effectiveness. You also must state that documentation is required, including procedures. Now, this is an issue for 9001 as it does not require procedures. You also must add that you will monitor and measure your processes and that you will evaluate changes for impacts on the QMS, product and control changes. Now, Section 4.2 of IATF 16949 is understanding the needs and expectations of the interested parties. This is still Quality Management Systems Section 4.1 General Requirements in 13485. What you need to add is the roles shall be documented relative to regulatory, and you'll also need to add validation procedures shall be documented. Continuing on, in Section 4.3, determining the scope of the QMS, ISO 1345 section is 4.1, General Requirements, and it is covered under 4.2.1, the Quality Manual. And you must add the scope shall be documented in the Quality Manual, including justifications for exclusions or not applicable clauses. So you are required to have a Quality Manual. The Quality Manual shall include procedures required by the standard or reference them. The Quality Manual shall include the interaction of processes of the QMS, and the Quality Manual shall outline the structure of documentation. Going on, in 16949, Section 4.3.1, determining the scope of the QMS, it still remains Section 4.1, General Requirements, and the Quality Manual 4.2.1. What you must know and understand is the only excludable clauses are in Sections 6, 7, and 8. Everything that is in Section 4 and 5 may not be excluded in ISO 13485. Going on, Section 4.3.2 of 16949, Customer-Specific Requirements. It remains Section 4.1, the General Requirements, and 4.2.1, the Quality Manual. Hooray! They're the same, or at least significantly enough that you don't have to add anything. So let's go on to Section 4.3.2 of 16949, Customer-Specific Requirements. Again, it's ISO 13485, 4.2.1, the Quality Manual, and again, no additions. Now we go on to 4.4, the QMS and its processes. It still is only Section 4.1, the General Requirements, but you must add the QMS shall be documented and maintained according to the requirements of applicable regulatory requirements and ISO 13485. That must be documented. And so in 16949, 4.4.1.1, Conformance of Products and Processes. This goes to Sections 4.1.4, General Requirements, and 4.1.5, General Requirements. Outsourced processes shall be monitored and controlled. Controls are proportional to the risks identified in Section 4.1.5. So you're going to have to look at Section 4.1.5 of the standard for the risks. Finally, we're looking at 4.4.1.2 product safety. This is addressed in ISO 13485 Section 4.1.2 General Requirements and 4.1.3 General Requirements. And the additional information you need to add is that each process applies risk-based approach, determining the sequence, determine the criteria, and methods to ensure the control and operations are effective for 4.1.2 and 4.1.3 of ISO 13485. As you can see, this is kind of convoluted and needs to go back and forth between the standards. Technicon Company Incorporated has done that work for you, and we will be happy to either provide you with that paper so that you can do the work yourself, or to guide you through the process and help you specifically tailor it to your system and your company culture. If you'd like the white paper, or if you would like some additional help, please check out our website, www.technicon.com, or email us at technicon1986@sbcglobal.net, or call 708 814-3685. Please go out and have a wonderful day.